The main reason I posted this today was that some of you won't have made your grades, and I just want to remind you that that's genuinely okay. Like, you're not behind in life. Yes, I know it feels so horrible in the moment. You didn't get what you needed, and that I genuinely feel for you there. But even after going through all the things I did, I managed to get to where I wanted to be. And you can 100% do the same. We're gonna get into it. Okay, so let's pretend it is September 2019 and I am just starting year 13. I am applying to university through UCAS like everyone else, talking about it 24/7 with the family, with friends, that sort of thing. You know, we're there, we're at that point in life. I am thinking of applying to an economics course, trying to get my personal statement ready, looking at other people's personal statements. I'm gonna do a whole personal statement video and I'm gonna explain how to write one, go through my own one, that sort of thing. So if you are looking for that sort of content, it is coming in the next few weeks, I promise you. Okay, back to this. So my 5 choices at the time were LSE for economics, UCL for economics, King's for economics and management, Queen Mary for economics, or economics and management, I don't completely remember, and Royal Holloway for economics and management. Oh, also I thought about applying to Oxford, even though like it seemed like a brilliant course. I was like, okay, the time I have to put into this versus like the chance of me actually getting in, for me it just wasn't worth it, so I kind of dropped the idea. From there I just went on with life, you know, studying for my A-levels. I did maths, economics and geography, you know, trying to get the grade requirements. So the grade requirements for each course were A star AA for LSE and UCL, the A star being in maths, A star AA also for King's, but the A star could be in any subject, and AAA for Queen Mary, and then we have AAB for Royal Holloway. I applied to like a spread because I didn't know my grades at the time and I just wanted to make sure that I'd get in somewhere. Throughout the year I was then offered places by 4 out of 5 of those universities, all except LSE. A bit disappointed about that, but I definitely was so grateful. Like, to get into UCL was such an achievement for me. Around June-ish time, I think it was, I had to pick a firm and an insurance. So what I did was affirmed UCL, remember the grade requirements for A star, AA, A star in maths, and I affirmed King's. Oh, fly. A star, AA, A star in any subject. So you can see how that's kind of risky, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I did this after it was announced that exams were cancelled, and I think at that point they'd even said the grades were going to be teacher assessed. So I was kind of like hoping that my economics teacher would give me an A star so that I could at least get into King's. I was really hoping for the A star in maths so I could get into UCL. Come results day, August the 13th, 2020, both of those things did not happen. That meant that I had lost my firm and I'd lost my insurance. So from here I was in clearing. Oh, the grades I did get, by the way, were AAA, and I'm definitely not saying that's bad. I'm really grateful that I got those grades given to me, but like, you can see how it wasn't the grades that I needed. I did manage to get a place on City's finance with a placement course. And my reasoning behind the placement there was that, okay, if I can't necessarily go to my top choice university, I can make up for it doing a whole year's worth of work experience. For that, I think I did have to write like a little spiel about why I wanted to do the course, all of that, but I think I just used my personal statement. Also, what I did was I tried to contact my universities being like, will you still accept me? I missed your offer by a grade, please accept me. They didn't, so that's that, but there's more to this story. Okay, so from there I had 2 options: to stick with my city offer or to reapply, ditch my city offer and hope for something better. I had a conversation about it with my family, that sort of thing, and we decided to go with option 2 because there was scope of something a bit more my preference. One thing that the university said actually on results day was if you get an A star in maths in your autumn exam, because I was considering taking it at the time, then we'll hold your place and we'll let you in once we get that finalized A star. I had 7 weeks to prepare. 7 weeks. Some people were doing 3 exams, which is so mad to me. But anyway, I did it, and unfortunately, I did not get an A star. I got an A. Yeah, so I had exactly the same grades as before, meaning that UCL and King's for the economics courses did not let me in. They just declined me, being like, oh, sorry, you didn't get the grade, can't come in. So that was that. Also, I didn't mention the way that my offer was held by UCL and King's. Basically, what I had to do was I had to reapply to UCAS, just as I did before in year 13, putting UCL economics and King's economics and management down as 2 of my choices. So that meant that in my general reapplication anyway, I had 3 spots left. And for this, I decided not to actually go with economics or economics and management. The thing is, I really wanted to go to LSE. I kind of thought to myself, okay, if I'm reapplying anyway, then what if I reapplied to a different but similar course? And what if that course had lower entry requirements and was generally just less competitive? So I looked at the LSE courses available, and there were 2 that struck out at me: accounting and finance and management, both of which had the grade requirements of AAA. I already had AAA. That like really pulled me towards those courses. So yeah, then I had to make a choice out of those 2. Which one was I gonna apply to? Although I felt that management would be easier, I talked to my dad about it, and I think we just decided that accounting and finance would be better for career growth. So we went with accounting and finance. So that meant that I had 3 spots on my UCAS application for 3 universities that did accounting and finance. LSE was one of them. Now the other 2 I picked were King's for accounting and finance and City for accounting and finance. AAA for LSE, A star AA for the held back UCL offer, A star AA for the held back King's offer, A star AA for King's accounting and finance, AAA for City accounting and finance. As soon as my maths exams had finished, I did have to rewrite my entire personal statement with the help of my dad. People always ask me, oh, but how did you manage to write a personal statement for accounting and finance, economics and management? Like, how did you manage to do that? I didn't. I just wrote it for accounting and finance because what UCL and King said to me for the economics courses were, you can change your personal statement, do whatever to it, as long as you get the grade in maths, which I didn't, you can be put onto our course, that's fine. But the thing is, I did still try and keep to some themes of economics where I could, because in the end, I was all this time preparing for an economics personal statement. So a lot of my experience was economics related. In November, I received an offer from King's for accounting and finance. The economics ones got taken away from me. Then in January, I got one from City. And then on the 9th of April, 2021, I got one from LSE. I was also crying that day, but of joy and like of just happiness. One thing I will say though is that it is hard seeing people around you, seeing your peers move on without you, and like seeing everyone go to university, make friends, have parties, things like that. You're just stuck at home. At that time, I was even revising for an A-level maths exam, whereas they, you know, A-levels were in the past for them. I did feel a bit lonely at times, but I think if you just have the belief within you that you're not gonna settle, think things through and do what is best for you, and know that in a year you'll have exactly the same experiences. It will be the same for you. But the main reason I posted this today was that some of you won't have made your grades, and I just want to remind you that that's genuinely okay. Like, you're not behind in life, you're not behind in the grand scheme of things. 1 year, I promise you, is not going to make a difference to the overall outcome of your life. Yes, I know it feels so horrible in the moment, you didn't get what you needed, and that I genuinely feel for you there, but you have to remember that even after going through all the things I did, I managed to get to where I wanted to be. And you can 100% do the same as long as you put the effort and the work required into it. Like, I believe in you, you can do that. Really do put it into perspective. The thing that you're now stressing about is gonna be a memory pretty shortly. For me, it just goes to show that everything really does happen for a reason. If it's not what you want, then it's 100% going to be something better. You will learn something wherever you go. You're going to enjoy yourself wherever you go. I can promise you that. It's a pinky promise. It's kind of hard to do a pinky promise on camera, but you got it. If you have any questions about anything I went through in this application process, please do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to help you. I'll try and respond as quickly as I can. So think of it like that if you can. It's hard, but you will get that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the bell icon if you have not already. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.